coming straight into the Ujjayi breath. Making sure that it is a whisper in the throat, a natural and effortless sound. And check in with how you feel. What sensations are in the body? Just noticing and moving on. Noticing and moving on. Then take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let everything go. 2 more breaths in this way. Deep breath in, breathing in the prana of this new day, exhaling anything left out from last night, from this morning that's gone, from sleep. Last deep breath in this way. And then on your next inhale, raise the arms up in a circle, hands together above. On the exhale, Om, hands to heart. Take a breath into the heart center, breathing into that space in between the hands. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So on your next inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, Om, hands to the heart, bowing the head. Everyone oming to their own rhythm of their own breath, creating the sound of your own existence, allowing for the mind to pour into the heart at the bottom of the exhale, taking a breath into the heart, and then again, inhale, raising the arms up, and bring that Om home. Bring yourself home. And rest in the silence that arises afterwards. So we're going to move through the gentle warming part of the practice in a more fluid way. So move to the rhythm of your own breath, relaxing the hands when they feel complete at the heart, coming into the Ujjayi breath if it's slipped away, and start by coming into spinal breathing. I'm going to guide a potential point of transition, but you are going to move in your own time and in your own way. So starting with spinal breathing, receiving that breath, bringing it into the body, saying hello. We're going to practice this morning. And allow for the exhale to flow out naturally in recognition of what we experienced last night, in recognition of anything that may have occurred during sleep. So as you move through the spinal breathing, Have the intention to hold the ujjayi there, but if the breath wants to flow in and out through the nose or the mouth, allow it so, bringing yourself into your body. Checking in with how you feel. And if you're needing a little bit of extra nourishment, the hands gliding up the thighs, allow yourself to feel that touch of reassurance. And as the movement starts to arrive, checking in, breath begins, movement follows. Movement lasting for as long as your breath. And then when you're ready, inviting the arms to rise up on the inhale, drinking the prana in, finding that pause at the top, even if it's just for a moment, and surrendering to the exhale as you bring the arms back down. Moving in your own way as to how you are feeling this morning. So if the kapha energy is feeling present, if there is heaviness, lethargy, bring more attention to your inhale. If there is emotion from last night or strong sensations in the body, bring focus to your exhale and give it opportunity to move through you. And then when you feel complete with arms up, arms down, move into the twist. One hand to the opposite knee when you're ready, flowing from side to side as many times as you want. And when it feels appropriate in your body, staying on one side for 3 breaths. And so you know where you're going next. From here, we're going to move into tabletop, but move at your own pace. There's no rush. For those who have arrived in tabletop, continue that spinal breathing, Chakasana, cat-cow. breath begins, movement follows. Movement lasts for as long as the breath. And if the breath is feeling shallow, use the cat-cow to really receive and feel and give your body permission to breathe deeply. For the body loves the breath. It is the greatest gift. And as you flow in tabletop, take this opportunity to say hello to every part of your body, scanning from fingertips all the way to the toes, and allow for any movement that feels good to arrive. Don't hold yourself rigid in the linear spinal movement. Allow for your whole body to receive the breath here. Feel into any sensations that may be arising and give yourself permission to explore them. Send the breath to them. Allow for your hands and knees and feet to move on the mat. Allow for your spine to ripple with the waves of the breath. And as your breath starts to get more confident in the body, as the body starts to respond to your breath, as that connection builds, allow for yourself to move forward and back from child's pose into tabletop, and allowing for any movement in between to arrive. Keeping the breath at the center, the ujjayi, the soft ocean wave. Feeling it enter the body, filling you up, moving you from within, guiding you to that place at the bottom or at the top of the breath. And then when you feel ready, start to tuck the toes under and add downward facing dog into this little vinyasa krama. So from tabletop, exhaling back to down dog, and then inhaling back down onto the knees, and then entering back into child's pose. And just flow with this. Feel your body wake up and bring your body home. Bring your body home to the breath and give it permission to feel everything within it, to move with everything in it. And then when the time is right for you, stay in downward dog. When the time feels right. And if that time is undiscernible, then just let it happen. But when you arrive in downward dog, breathe deep. The deepest breaths that you have breathed yet this morning. And see if you can feel this stiran sukam, this strength and gentleness. Feel the strength of this posture. And then allow for the softness to ripple through. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, walking the feet to the top of the mat in any way that feels right for you, and just come into a dangling forward fold. Knees bent, feet minimum hip distance apart. That's an awesome glide to the top of the mat, Fuzzy. And just let the head hang loose here. Relax the jaw, maybe stick the tongue out. And just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, let the tongue stick out. Take as many of these breaths as feels good for you. Maybe you did one, you're like, oh, it doesn't feel so great. So come back to the Ujjayi. Let yourself have this moment of release before we enter into standing. Good. And now when you're ready, on an inhale, come up to standing, hands together above. And on the exhale, bringing the hands home to your heart, bowing the head, allowing for the mind to just melt into the comfort, into the all-knowing space that is within you, that is you. And welcome yourself home. And take this moment as you stand inside your home. You stand with your eternal lover. And just take a moment to acknowledge everything that you've experienced in life in the last 5 days. You're still standing. You are alive. You have survived. There is nothing that you cannot do. So that personal mantra that you have, say it to yourself in this moment, because you are worthy and you are loved by the most important person on this planet, yourself. And from this place, we're going to move through the asana and we're going to stand proud. We're going to move in our strength, allowing for the gentleness to wave within it. So on your next inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, lower the arms back down and feel the strength as the exhale prevails. Just simply arms up, arms down, taking as many breaths in this simple movement before then entering into your forward fold. Whole body receiving the inhale, whole body responding to the exhale. And then when you feel complete, standing tall, bow down to yourself in the forward fold. Bowing down in your own way, allowing for your strength to support you as you surrender. Coming back up on the inhale and flowing between the forward fold and the arms up position. Breath begins, movement follows. Breath begins, and all of life follows. Be with the movement for every moment of the breath, for the breath is with you in every moment of life. And then when you feel complete, be in your forward fold and breathe deeply. Allow for your hands to glide up and down the legs in love, in forgiveness, in reassurance as you inhale to the halfway lift. Exhale and sinking down into yourself, into your fold. And then when you're ready, on the inhale, come back up to standing, hands together above. And exhale, hands to heart with an Om. On your next inhale, imagine that sound of the Om inside of your hands, and inhale and open the arms wide. Exhale and bring the hands back to heart. Repeat. Inhale and expand that sound of your existence. Exhale, bring it home to the heart. Repeat. Inhale, expanding. Take your space. Own your existence. One more breath in this way. Inhale and raise the arms up in a circle, up above. On the exhale, bowing down into your forward fold. Inhale and halfway lift. Exhale and step the right foot back into your warrior one. On the inhale, raise the arms up. And on the exhale, hands to heart, just for a moment. And as you bring the hands to your heart, feel your strength in this warrior posture. It is named warrior for a reason. And in this moment, we'll come back to the softness, but feel the warrior within you. Feel the strength in your feet, in your legs, in your hips, in your entire body. Allow yourself to feel that power. Take a deep breath into that power and accept it on the exhale. And now let's find the gentleness to support. So on your next inhale, raise the arms up, allow for your breath to be filled with the body. And exhale, bow down and tickle the ankle. Bow down to yourself, bow down to your strengths. And repeat to the rhythm of your own breath in whichever way feels right for you in this moment. Take one more breath cycle. And at the top of your next inhale, when the arms are up, on the exhale, ground yourself down into the strength. And as you inhale, allow for your heart to be filled. Trust the strength of the body. Trust your strength. And now simply have a good breathe. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Arms can stay up until they get tired, then you can bring them down, but breathe. Allow for your spine to ripple. Find that softness within your strength. One more breath cycle. And then we're going to transition to the other side. You can transition in whatever way you want. You can simply stand to the top of your mat and change sides, or you can take a vinyasa. It is completely up to you. And when you've arrived on the other side, take that moment to feel your strength. Feel the strength of the legs, of the hips, of the body. And then when you feel like you're like, yeah, there it is, I've got it, then take an inhale and raise the arms up and bow down to that strength. Whole body receiving the inhale, whole body responding in surrender to your own strength. And when you feel that fire in your belly, when you feel the heat, the agony rise within, pause in the warrior. Keep the arms up, surrender to that strength, and have a good breathe. Breathing into the heart, relaxing the shoulders, noticing any contraction, notice any holding, and replace that with trust. And breathe into your heart. Allow for your spine to move. There is no correct position here. Like a bamboo in the wind, be with your strength. One more breath cycle. And then in your own way, take a transition so that you're just standing at the top of your mat. When you arrive at the top of your mat, inhale the arms up and exhale the hands to heart with an Om. Bring that Om home. Take this moment to observe. How do you feel? What is alive in you? What sensations are flowing through the body? Can you feel how alive you are? Take a deep breath into all that is being felt in this moment. Exhale, let it move through you. And then step sideways on your mat. On your next inhale, open the arms wide. On the exhale, bring the hands to heart with an Om. Make your sound. Give yourself permission to be heard. And repeat for 2 more breath cycles. Inhaling, expanding the heart, taking your place. Exhale, allowing for your sound to be heard. And then after that final Om, be in the stillness within you. Inhale and open the arms wide. Exhale, bringing the hands home to the heart. Take one more breath in this way, but this time open the arms wide. On the exhale, bring the hands to heart, but hold the breath at the bottom of the exhale. Observe what happens. And then when your next breath comes, inhale, open the arms wide and go into the twist. One hand to the opposite leg and flow in your twist from side to side. Flow from side to side for as long as you want, as many times, and then when it feels right, be in the twist for 3 to 5 breaths. Remembering to give yourself space to breathe. Give yourself space to be in the pause at the bottom of the exhale. And when you're complete, inhale back to center and exhale into a wide-legged forward fold and stay there. Breathing deeply, breathing with all that is, and just allowing for yourself, allowing for your breath to be in the wide-legged forward fold. And if you can feel any tension in the hips, any contraction in the muscles in the pelvis, give yourself a little jiggle, little wiggle, bounce up and down, allow for the breath to be however it needs to be, maybe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Maybe you want to move from side to side. Just give yourself this opportunity to dust yourself off. We just created a lot of fire. We moved that fire around us. Now let's let the fire burn. Take 3 more breath cycles. And then when you feel complete, you're going to transition to downward facing dog in whichever way you want, either inhaling back up to center or exhaling the hands to the top of the mat, but move with the breath. The principles apply with just as much importance to transition as it does to posture. So take your time, and when you arrive in downward facing dog, on your next inhale, drop the knees, arch the back, and exhale back to downward facing dog and move between these two. And today we're going to build the intensity in your own self. We've all experienced the Bhashtaka breath in this movement. So start with just the Ujjayi. Start with just moving from tabletop to downward dog with the Ujjayi breath. And with each breath, push on the edge and make it a bit deeper and a bit stronger until it pushes beyond the edge of the Ujjayi and goes in and out through the nose. Maybe it goes even beyond that edge and goes in and out through the mouth. But move the intensity to what feels good in the body and keep going. And then, yeah, I will guide the breath hold, but if it arrives before, move before. Let your body feel this. The secondary round of fire. Give yourself this opportunity to. No words. So, wherever you are, take 5 more breaths. And at the end of those 5 breaths, enter the hold at the end of the exhale in downward facing dog or in tabletop if down dog feels too intense, and be there for as long as you possibly can. Engaging Mula Bandha, chin is tucked. Allow for the belly to pull in effortlessly. And be here until that inhale comes. Drop the knees, receive, arch the back. Exhale back into your child's pose and rest. From here, gently transition onto your back. Come on. Moving with the breath, taking as many breaths as you want. Moving gently and slowly. And once you've arrived on your back, you're okay today. Have the feet flat on the ground, the knees bent so that the spine can have contact with the earth. And again, we're going to build this up to what feels right in you. We're moving into Dipata Pitam. So just start by breathing. Breathing into the heart, letting the chest expand, feeling that arch of the back, which can only be felt when your knees are bent and your feet are on the ground. I mean, it can be felt lying down, but it's better. So just start by breathing deeply, finding that spinal breath. And then as the intensity starts to build on the inhale, lifting the hips up. And on the exhale, lowering the hips down. Keeping the Ujjayi breath, that sound in the throat, present. And then when you feel ready, inhale the arms up above and feel the weight pour into the shoulders. And on the exhale, bringing the hips down. And then adding in the knees coming into the chest when it feels right. And just flow with this as to how you feel. Give yourself the opportunity to feel the knees coming home. To feel your power drawing yourself close. And then when it feels right, keep the hips up and breathe for 3 to 5 breaths. Breathing deep into the belly and just witnessing how the breath moves you here. And then at the end of those breaths, exhale the hips down, bring the knees into the chest. And we will go into happy baby, but for the time being, keep your hands on your knees and just be in this very simple asana of knees into the chest, one hand on each knee. And breathe. Keeping a light touch on the legs so you're not pulling them towards you, you're not gripping them tight. It's just a light touch. And just breathe. Krishnamacharya would say that this posture is equal to headstand, for it is an inversion. The legs are above the trunk. So we're going to be here for a good 10 to 15 breaths, squeezing the knees together, but not like uber squeezing, a natural squeeze, just to keep them close. A light touch on the knees and just breathe. And now from this place, allow for any other movement to come. Happy baby, thread the needle. Just allow for any movement to come before we enter into the final twist. Take these next 3 minutes completely for you. And if within these 3 minutes the twist is what you want, take it. If Shavasana is what you want, take it. I'll let you know when these 3 minutes of free flow are complete, if you're not already all in the twist. But allow yourself to be wherever feels right. And for those who have not entered the twist, take your time to move into the twist. And allow yourself to be in this twist for the whole duration of this track. Maybe that's longer than you would normally be. Just let yourself melt. Trust the natural intelligence of the body. Trust that your comfort is allowing for deep relaxation, for deep healing, and just simply be. Gently transition to the other side if you're in the twist. Now, from the twist, gently release yourself into Shavasana. Taking all the comfort you need. And just allow for yourself to be in surrender. Keeping the mind focused gently on the breath. Or maybe the ears to be open and focusing on the music. Choose something. The rise and fall of your chest. The sensation of the ground beneath you. Choose something to be your anchor. To support you as you take this time.
You know, this planet has been here for an extraordinarily long time. And since it arrived here, since life first came into being, beings without number appeared here, lived out their lives, and passed away. In time, each one of us will too. And in all the time that this planet has been here, life, life has expressed itself seamlessly. Every creature came into being. Every one of them came, expressed themselves, and left behind everything that they came to. Everyone. That's what it is. Just be an expression. And when we allow ourselves to be that, when we get in touch with the power of that current, it's relentlessly trying to express itself through us. It doesn't express itself as greed or wanting more. It expresses itself as love, appreciation, and as gratitude. The fact that we are simply, perhaps we've missed the trick. In our ingenuity, we've become competitive. In our race to display ourselves elaborately, in our need to be seen, we've created all kinds of things. I'm intoxicated with the idea of ourselves as a creator. And gradually and in stages, we've allowed ourselves to lose our power. Actually, is the support. Just is life, my friends. And there is nothing So in all those times that we spend gnashing our teeth, racking our brains, trying to work out our master plan, what am I here for? What do I need to do? How am I going to be seen? What will I be? We didn't come here to be remembered, my friends. We came here to turn. There is nothing we have created. There is nothing we will come close. The miracle that is going on outside your window, 24 hours of every single day. And we, each one of us, stops for a moment, actually turns up and opens our eyes and recognizes what it is we are a part of. We know nothing. There is nothing left to say. And the next thing that arises in our hearts when we step out of the way for just a moment that we get over ourselves, just stop. Connect. Not just to each other, however amazing it is, feel that connection. And we connect to what it is to be alive. There is nothing. So I don't know how it is. We got ourselves so confused, thinking that there was something. Well, I hope we are coming to a time we will grow tired of our need to display ourselves. I hope that we are coming to a time where we will fall in love again with the idea that simply. I hope that we are coming to a time where we fail to see our differences because they are all. I hope we are coming to a time where we remember not one as human beings upon this planet, one, a single process, life, expressing itself through you right now. And everything that comes into being here is an expression, single. We are one, it is one. When we fail to hold all life in our hearts with a loving regard, we fail. There is no end to the suffering that is born. It's time.
Mm. Start to bring the awareness back into your body, feeling the breath, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling the air around you. Mm. Just take a moment to feel your own existence as nature, as you are. Nothing to do, nothing to add. Mm. And then when you're ready, starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then on an inhale, reaching the arms up, taking a nice big cat stretch, and then rolling over into the arms of your lover, yourself. Mm, mm, mm. And if there are some words that you want to speak or whisper to yourself this morning, whisper them now in this intimate time. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself back to sitting, but there's no rush. If some of you want to stay lying down, just stay lying down. When you have arrived into sitting, just connecting back to the Ujjayi breath. So, for those who have come into sitting, if you can feel as if there is some stickiness, some unclarity, something that feels a little bit inside, then come into Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing that we did last night or yesterday. But if you are feeling as if you just want to simply breathe the Ujjayi breath, then just breathe the Ujjayi breath. So for those wanting Nadi Shodhana, start with the thumb on the right nostril, inhaling through the left, exhaling out through the right, inhaling that same nostril, and exhaling out through the other. And just do this for a couple of minutes, for as long as feels appropriate or the arm gets tired, with the option of going into Alilom Vilom after. it's time to be with your breath. Allow for your breath to move in you, keeping your focus on nothing but the breath. Simply sit and breathe and allow for whatever to arise, to arise. Sahanao Bhavantu, Sahanao Punaktu, Sahaviryam Karapabhai, Tejasvi Navatitamastu, Ma Vidvishabhai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Oh. Bringing the hands together at heart center. Take a deep breath into the heart. And as you exhale, bow the head, bowing to yourself for showing up this morning, for breathing and moving in your own power, in your own gentleness, in your own existence, for being with all that is.